Part one is all Part one is about the UAE. Many of you might be knowing all thing about the UAE, land of legal opportunities and historical foundations. Part two, which is a core, that is all the basic things about legal systems in UAE jurisdictions and in how it differs from Indian systems. And part three is all about career pathway, for which you all are very eager to hear us about licensing, compliance, and ethics. And part four is a real world insight challenges. And of course, we will take your question and answers as well. So, are you all ready and excited? You can just type yes in the box. And yeah, and for the first part, introduction to UAE and legal evolution, I would like to thank you everyone, Basita, Bibusi, Michael, everyone. We are too excited as you guys all. Can you just write down? I just wanted to know the audience. Are you the law students or you are already lawyer? Can you just write down law students, lawyer from India, lawyer, okay, lawyer, Basit, yes, lawyer, law student, okay. So we all are riding in the same boat. Assistant professors as well. Perfect, perfect. So all from the legal field. Advocate practicing in Pune, law student from India, Kuldeep Singh, practicing lawyer, Punjab, Haryana. Perfect. Paralegal as well. Here we can work as a paralegal only. So we will guide you on that also. So welcome you all, and I'm inviting Advocate Anupama. She's from Kerala. She is here in Abu Dhabi practicing as a legal advisor, and part ones will be taken care by herself. Hi all. I'm Advocate Anupama. I'm a legal consultant working in AJ Chambers Legal Services. Hope all of you are doing well. I think Advocate Riti Shah gave a good introduction about me. Actually, I was an assistant professor in Kerala. Now I'm a legal consultant. So I know all of you are eagerly waiting for the part three, which are dealing with the career opportunity and all. But yeah, we have to begin from the base. So let's start by giving an introduction to UAE and legal evolution. So welcome everyone to this exciting session on cross-border legal practice in the UAE. We are thrilled to have law students, lawyers, paralegals, lecturers from across India and other regions joining us today. So can you all write where you all from? So that we can connect both ways. So Nikita from Mumbai, Aishwarya, Karnataka, Bihar, Egypt. So actually, it's really a cross border. Punjab, Gayatri, Chaya, Himachal Pradesh. Hi, Chaya. Nagaland, Tamil Nadu. Basit Bashir, Kerala. I'm also from Kerala. Hi, Bashir. Vibhusi, Maharashtra. Hi, Bihar. Sairam, Chennai. Hi. So, I think let's begin the session now. So, dear ones, I have a request. Can you please mute your mic so till the presentation part is over? Because to avoid the interruptions, and if you're having any doubts, we can clear in the Q&A part. Okay. In this session, we will help you understand the structure of the UAE legal system, how foreign professionals, especially from India, can pursue opportunities, and what to be mindful of when transitioning into or collaborating with UAE legal entities. We will also be covering key differences between Indian and UAE legal system, licensing requirements, and current legal reforms. So, moving to the slide two, which is dealing with why the UAE a global legal destination. Let's start by understanding why the UAE is such an attractive destination for legal professionals, especially those from India. First, the UAE is a major global hub, not just for business, but also for legal, financial, and regulatory frameworks. Cities like Dubai, Abu Dhabi are internationally recognized centers of commerce, hosting hundreds of multinational companies and law firms. Secondly, its strategic location acts as a bridge between Asia, Africa, and Europe. This means that legal professionals here often deal with cross border contracts, dispute resolution, and advisory work involving multiple jurisdictions, a highly valuable experience, actually. Another strong incentive is this tax environment. There is no personal income tax, which significantly increases the take home salary for expatriates. I know all of you are interested in that. Combine that with political stability, high safety, and a modern lifestyle, and it becomes a very attractive place to live and work. Lastly, and very importantly for us as legal professionals, the UAE has been actively reforming its laws to attract the foreign expertise. Legal reforms have been introduced in areas such as family law, labor law, data protection, and even court accessibility in English, particularly in free zones like DIFC and ADGM. Actually, about DIFC, ADGM, DMCC, we will discuss it about later in detail. These changes are designed to integrate international talent into the legal ecosystem. So, whether you are looking to grow as an advisor, consultant, or even collaborate cross border, the UAE presents a unique and welcoming legal environment. Now, let's have quick facts about the UAE. It comprises of seven Emirates. Any one of you know which are the seven Emirates? You can give answers in the chat box. No responses. No one knows? Yeah, Abu Dhabi, fun. Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Sharjah, then Ajman, right? Ajman, next. Fujairah, you know? Yeah, Shifa Ali. Raghav, yeah, right. Russell Khaima, Umal Qaim. Yeah, actually, you guys know which are the seven Emirates. And Abu Dhabi is the capital of UAE, and Dubai is the commercial hub. Actually, we are seeing that it's the commercial capital of UAE, Dubai. Population is ranging up to 10 million, and 80 percentage of is expats. Actually, more than 80 percentage of the population in UAE is expatriates. So now let's move on to the historical foundation of UAE law. Traditionally, Islamic or Sharia law governed personal and commercial matters, but after the formation of the UAE Federation in 1971, the government introduced codified civil laws influenced heavily by Egyptian and French legal system. I think most of you are uh, I'm qualified mediator. Any chances for me? Okay, we will discuss it in the later part. I mean in Q&A session we will discuss about it. So now let's focus on the historical foundation of UAE law. So all of you are familiar with the French legal system. I know in LLB, and if anyone who completed their LLM, they know in detail about the French legal system, French administrative system, joint administrative. So about Egyptian, you may or may not know in details about Egyptian system because it comprises of civil law. Mostly they are depending on the customary laws. So these UAE law, the civil law in UAE is a mixture of civil law which is taken from Egyptian and French legal system. Through the 1980s and early 2000s, the UAE passed several federal laws covering civil procedures, penal codes, company law, and labor law. The last decade has seen a rapid wave of legal modernization, including reforms in the family law, criminal law, foreign ownership laws, and introduction of common law courts operating in English, such as DIFC and ADGM. So, this blend of traditional and modern legal philosophies make the UAE one of the most legally dynamic regions in the world. Now, let's move to the next slide, which is legal system of the UAE, a hybrid model. So, at the core, it follows a civil law model, as I said before, which is influenced by Islamic law, which is known as the Sharia law. You know about that, especially in personal status issues like marriage, divorce, and inheritance. Legal authority is shared between the federal government and the individual emirates, which means some laws are unified across the UAE while others vary by emirates. Like in case of CPC, civil code, it is a unified code across the UAE. And in case of alcohol regulation, the alcohol regulation in Sharjah is different from the alcohol regulation in Abu Dhabi and Dubai. So there is two special zones. One is DIFC, which is Dubai International Finance Center, and ADGM, Abu Dhabi Global Market. It is a free zone, operate independently under a common law system similar to the UK. These zones have their own courts which hear cases in English. Legal documents and pleadings are generally in Arabic, but DIFC and ADGM operate fully in English, creating opportunities for international lawyers without Arabic proficiency. So, if we are submitting a petition in court, in local court, we have to give it with the Arabic translation. It is a mandate. But in case of DIFC and ADGM, it is following common law like UK. So there is no need of giving an Arabic translation because the judge is not a local, and we ourselves can present as a lawyer, which we can't do in local courts. Now moving on to the key sources of law in the UAE. When we talk about sources of law in the UAE, they can be divided into several key levels. At the top, as you know, there will be a constitution. As in India, we can see Indian constitution, like here it is UAE constitution, which outlines the federal structure and guarantees rights and freedoms. Then we have federal laws and decrees passed by the Federal National Council, which is FNC in short, and applied across all emirates. Each emirate also has its own local laws, particularly for areas like real estate, municipal regulations, and economic licensing, as I said before in the case of alcohol regulation. Sharia law serves as a primary or supplementary source, especially in personal matters. And finally, we have laws from international treaties as well as regulations applicable in free zones like DIFC and ADGM. This layered system provides flexibility but also requires practitioners to understand which law applies in which context, a key skill for cross-border legal work. Now let's discuss about duality in the legal system. At the national level, the UAE operates primarily under a civil law system. This means That laws are codified and judges base their decisions on written statutes rather than case precedents. So, we are following a common law system because we are more relying on the precedents here. Precedents are no value. That's why I'm saying that we are focusing on civil law system. Once if there is a decision, it has no binding force. It is the discretion of the judge to give a new decision or not. This is the default legal environment in most Emirates, especially in local and federal courts, and it's largely influenced by Egyptian and French civil law models. However, the UAE has also introduced common law jurisdictions within special economic zones. The DIFC and ADGM, as I said before, we will look into in detail about this DIFC, ADGM, DMCC in the following slides. So these jurisdictions function entirely separately from the national courts. They follow English common law principles, use English as the language of proceedings, as I said before, and allow foreigner lawyers to represent clients without the need for requalifying under UAE law. This quality offers unique flexibility, especially for businesses and investors. When drafting contracts, parties are allowed to choose the governing law dispute resolution forum. So, while drafting contract, we will give the jurisdiction. While if there is any dispute, which court jurisdiction we are adopting, then we are having the option to add ADGM, DFC like that. For example, yeah, as I stated before, understanding this legal duality is essential for any cross-border lawyer or paralegal working with UAE-based clients, as it affects everything from jurisdiction clauses in contracts to enforcement of foreign judgments. So always evaluate the nature of the transaction and the client's strategic needs when advising on legal structure and dispute resolution options. Now, let's have a look into legal milestones timeline. Let's have a flash look. The UAE formation was in 1971 and civil and penal courts came into force in 1987. DIFC established in 2004, ADGM launched in 2015, and many reforms in personal law, cybercrime, and foreigner right reforms has been made in between 2021 to 2024. So let's move to the next slide. Recent reforms that matters. Actually, this slide highlights recent reforms that have a direct impact on residents, professionals, and businesses. One of the biggest shift was the family law reforms for non-Muslims, including civil marriage, divorce, and inheritance options outside Sharia-based law. The cybercrime law has been updated to combat digital threats, online fraud, and misuse of social media, especially relevant in today's digital age. The data protection law, on the other hand, introduced both at the federal level and in zones like DIFC and ADGM, gives individuals more control over their personal data. Finally, the golden visa schemes have opened up long-term residency for investors, professionals, scientists, and creatives, encouraging talent to settle and contribute to the UAE's growth. Now, the legal profession in the UAE and overview. Now, let's explore what it means to be a legal professional in the UAE. So, actually, only Emirati lawyers are permitted to appear before UAE courts. You have to keep in mind because when I am planning to coming to Abu Dhabi, there were lots of discussion on this regard. Some people will say that you can appear before the local courts if you pass some examination, and some people will say that after so many years of experience in Abu Dhabi, you can go and appear in local courts. But it is not like that. As you are an Indian or you are any other national, you can't appear before the local courts. You keep in mind because it is someone's cup of tea to go to the courts, represent, engage in arguments. So, those who are interested in that, you don't have any option here. because mainly we are we are acting in behind because we are dealing with the drafting part, we are dealing with the clients, especially client consulting, updating cases and all. We can't go and represent in local courts. You always keep it in mind because there are many false information, many speculations regarding this matter. So however, foreign lawyers can work as legal consultants, primarily in advisory or transactional roles, but not in litigation, as I said before. So, licensing requirements differ by emirate. For example, Dubai Legal Affairs Department licenses consultants in Dubai, while Abu Dhabi Judicial Department handles Abu Dhabi. So, it will vary from emirates to emirates. In free zones like DIFC or ADGM, foreign qualified lawyers can register and practice as those jurisdictions follows common law system and cater to international business. So keep in mind, if you are from India or any other foreign country, you can practice in DIFC or ADGM code. You can represent. Represent doesn't mean that physical representation. All one thing, one important thing. All proceedings here are in online only. So, you are from any other nation, you can represent before Abu Dhabi Global Market Court because it is a common law court. There is an option in that case, not in case of local court. So now my first session is complete, and the second session it will be handled by Advocate Ritisha. I'm inviting her to take over the session. Thank you. I will be here. So once again, I hope you get the clarity. There is no misleading of the information. Kindly understand if you are so much attached to the court things, you stay wherever you are. For the paralegals and legal advisors, or if you want to work in a foreign courts, you guys are more than welcome in UAE for future things. Now let's continue with part two, that is UAE legal jurisdiction and comparison with India, because we have many Indians here, so we are taking care of them. So, so let's start with the basic of how the legal system in UAE is structured. Okay, so the UAE is a federal system, federal country. What is a federal? What does we mean by federal? Meaning there is a central government with federal laws, but each emirate also has some legal authority. So there are two type of legal system working together, national and local. Hope you are understanding what I am telling you. So, most emirate follows the federal court system run by Ministry of Justice. This word you will listen like MOFA, Ministry of Justice, like that you will listen many times if you are in UAE. But a few like Dubai and Abu Dhabi or the Ras Al Khaimah have their own local court system, independent judicial systems. Also, there are special free zone which already Advocate Anupama mentioned, DIFC and ADGM. Now, can you all give me the full form of DIFC and ADGM? You are listening this since half an hour. DIFC means it is a Dubai International Finance Centers, and ADGM means Abu Dhabi Global Market. Huh? Just listen these words. You'll come to know more about in detail once you will finish with this webinar. Hmm. So yeah. So now court system tires. So the UAE court system has three levels, just like in India, we have studied, right? And we are practicing where we have a district courts, high courts, and supreme courts. The first, same here, the first level is we call here as a court of first instance. We call it CFI in UAE, where you file your case first, whether it's a civil, criminal, or family related. If you aren't happy with the decisions, you can go for the court of appeal. We call here as a court of appeal, where we in India call high court. So what does this court of appeal does? It checks whether the judgment was correct based on the previous facts and laws. And the final stage is the court of cassation. The court does not look into the fact again, but focuses only on whether the law was applied correctly or not. So in Dubai and Abu Dhabi, this top court is called Court of Cassation, while at the federal level, it's the Federal Supreme Court. Now we move to the next slide. So now, who are the main players in the UAE legal system? At federal level, the Federal Supreme Court is the highest authority for the legal matters involving constitutions or disputes between the Emirates. Ministry of Justice, as I already mentioned, manages the federal courts, appoint judge, ensure legal standards. Sometimes we got a call from the client, Riddhi. We have already appointed some lawyers in UAE, locals or maybe Indian or maybe of any nationalities as a client. And we are not getting information because we are far sitting miles away. We wanted to update the information. It is a lawyer's duty to give that information. Somehow, if you are not able to connect to the lawyers, you have a ministry of sorry, so every decision has to go through all. Yes, of course, it's like in India. Yes, same like in India. Even from court of first instance, if we get certain decisions which we are unhappy, we have 30 days limit only to go for the appeal. Hmm. So coming back to this Ministry of Justice, if you are unhappy with the lawyers, you can go for the Ministry of Justice and they respond very quickly. That's our personal experience as well many times. So here everything is open and online in UAE. So the Ministry of Justice, as I already mentioned, manages the federal courts, appoint judges, and ensure legal standards. Each emirate with its own court system. Like Abu Dhabi, we have a Abu Dhabi Judicial System, Abu Dhabi Judicial Department. We call it ADJD. And then we have the IFC ADGM, which we have already taken care. It's an English court where common law principle applies. Other than that, DIFC, ADGM, all in the local where we can't go and practice. So, like you all lawyers, I always miss this in UAE, wherein you wear your coat with the proud and go to the court early morning, 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, you reach court. You see online what are the cases, things going on. These things are not here. Practically, it's not here. Here, everything is online. Only locals are representing. We are there for the advising the client. So that is what this is the reality for local, that for the state level, for the Emirates level. I hope you guys are understanding when we are speaking Emirates. That means states in India. We have 29 states in India, like 7 Emirates in UAE. Okay. So next is let's understand a bit more about free zone with the legal power. I already asked you what is the full form of DIFC. It's a Dubai International Financial Centers. In case of Abu Dhabi, it is Abu Dhabi Global Market. These are the international business hub, and to attract global companies, they have their own legal systems based on English common law, the same system used in the UK, Singapore, and Hong Kong. That, as Advocate Anupama already mentioned, their courts works in English, and they also have a separate regulators and arbitration centers for resolving disputes. This setup gives companies confidence because the legal system is familiar to international investors. It is very different from the civil law system used in the rest of the UAE. It's totally different. For us as a law students or the professional, it is important to know that UAE has both civil law and common law systems operating side by side. A unique feature you won't find in most countries. So sometimes it's when in India, back in India, our senior used to say that law is the knowledge of sea, and we practice in certain one area, like I am a good at civil law or I am good at criminal practice. But here it's different thing. We work multi-level, multi things, multi jurisdictions level, civil also and common law as well. So yeah, that is what it is. So now coming to the next slide, let's compare the legal foundation of India and UAE. India follows the common law system, which is inherited from the British. This means judges follow previous court's decision, right? And we law students are always good to find out the precedents when we will do the legal research, and this legal precedents are binding. And the work which we get from the senior lawyers are always for the precedents. So if the Supreme Court gives a ruling, court must follow it, and we write the petition accordingly. Correct? In contrast, the UAE uses a civil law system, which already Advocate Anupama said it is a codified law. So it is influenced by Islamic Sharia law and modern European codes. Judge mainly rely on written laws or statutes, not previous decisions. So mind well. But again, because dual system, so in free zone like DIFC and ADGM, common law is used and precedents may apply. So in the UAE, we actually see a mix of legal system. Here is a quick comparison between practicing in India and UAE. So legal base, India has a common law and Sharia, and UAE uses a civil law with Sharia in personal matter and common law in free zone. Languages, very good point. India court, English, if it is a high court, and regional language, if it is a Kerala, then Malayalam, if it is a Gujarat, then Gujarati, if it is other courts. So depends upon the regional language. UAE federal court use Arabic. So the first questions when you come here, if you see the opportunities and the first challenge, every law profession has its this is language, Arabic. So many of the time we have failed, we face the challenge because we don't know Arabic. That's the fact. Yeah, but yeah, again, this is for the Emirati level local courts. For DIFC ADGM, it's in English. Precedents in India, court decisions are binding. In UAE, they are only persuasive, not mandatory. Court appearance in India, you need to be registered with Bar Council. In UAE, only Emirati lawyers can appear in local or federal courts. Foreign lawyers in India, foreign lawyers can work under restriction. Asma Labib, if you speak Arabic, you are more than welcome here for the legal field. You have a good opportunity, really. That's a plus point. So yeah, so coming back to the foreign lawyers in India, foreign lawyers can work under restrictions. In UAE, foreign lawyers cannot appear in the court, but can work as a legal consultant, especially in the free zone. Okay. So now coming to the next, in India, the concept of uh, sorry, as an upcoming master student, we will take care of this point. So role of precedence, as already mentioned, the concept of decisis is very important. This is a Latin word. To stand by what has been decided, court must follow the previous decision from higher court. This helps to create consistencies and predictability in legal ruling. But in UAE, it's different. Judges focuses on written laws called codified statutes and have more discretion in interpreting them. Previous judgments are not binding, but they can be used as a reference or guidance. So for Indian lawyers coming to the UAE, it's important to understand the case law approach does not apply the same way here. You must rely more on the exact wording of the law. Slide number 18, we go to the next slide. Um, so languages, I already told you, I already covered. In India, courts commonly use English, Hindi, and regional languages. In UAE, it's Arabic. In DIFC, it's completely English. So in DIFC and ADGM court is a document, hearing, judgment, everything in English. Coming to the next, in India, under the Advocate Act, only those who clear the Bar Council examinations, enroll as an advocate, can practice in the court. Foreign lawyers have limited rights and can't appear in the Indian courts. In UAE, it's even more restricted. Only UAE national can appear before the local and federal courts. So please note this point clearly. Coming to the next point. Hmm. Foreign lawyers in UAE face clear restrictions. They cannot appear in the federal or local courts, even if they have legal training or experience, but they can apply for legal consultancies license, especially in the free zones. So here I am a legal advisor. In other words, we can use the word paralegal. You must be knowing this legal jargon. So we work as a paralegal. So yeah, we have already covered this. Now we are coming to the part three, which will be taken care by Advocate Anupama. Hi, hope you understand what is said by Advocate Ritisha. Let's move to the third part, licensing requirements for foreign legal consultants. Foreign legal consultants who wish to practice in the UAE must first register with the appropriate regulatory authority. In Dubai, it is Legal Affairs Department, while those working within financial free zones like DIFC, ADGM, now you know the full form of DIFC and ADGM, they must register with the respective court registrars. Actually, my firm is registered with Abu Dhabi Global Market, so they can represent in Abu Dhabi Global Market Code. Then they must submit proof of their legal qualifications who are intended to practice, relevant years of experience, and a certificate of good conduct. It's important to note that foreign legal consultants are not permitted to appear in the UAE courts. They can only provide legal advisory services. This limitation ensures that courtroom advocacy remains within the scope of locally licensed lawyers, as we discussed before. So, next, we are moving on to the professional bodies and regulators. So, think of the UAE legal system like a well structured building. Each emirate and jurisdiction has its own floor, but they all support the same structure. Here are the key players. The Ministry of Justice, we call in short as MOJ, manages federal licensing, especially outside the major cities. The importance of Ministry of Justice and how much activities is mentioned by Advocate British Shah before. Then there is ADJD, Abu Dhabi Judicial Department and Dubai Legal Affairs Department handle local licensing and regulation. And then you have the DIFC and ADGM. Again, DIFC and ADGM. I know that throughout this presentation, there is DIFC and ADGM. It is that much important, we can't avoid, which operate under common law and manage their own registers. So now let's move on to the third slide, practice in DIFC and ADGM codes. Let's take a moment to appreciate just how unique the DIFC and ADGM codes are in the Middle East. These codes are actually based on common law, as we discussed before. So if you come from UK, US, Australia, similar background, India also, you will feel right at home. Here is the best part. English is the working language and you don't need Arabic to practice here. Actually, in ADGM, from my experience, I'm saying there are different kinds of form. We just want to fill the form, the template they are already given, and we just want to fill up what they are asking. So arguments are in papers. There is nothing oral. That's interesting for some persons, but as I said before, some for some persons who are interested in cross examination, live cross examinations, arguments, it is not their cup of tea. So this is a game changer for many foreign lawyers. These courts are open to lawyers registered with them, and they regularly handle complex international disputes, especially in finance, contracts, and commercial arbitration. So if you are looking for an international legal practice in a dynamic business hub, this is where you will be want to be. Then types of legal opportunities in the UAE. Let me paint a picture of what your legal career could look like in the UAE. You could be a corporate counsel advising a Fortune 500 company in the Dubai, or compliance officer helping fintech startups navigate new regulations. Maybe you are drawn to arbitration or mediation, especially in a region that values out of court settlements. So you will also see a huge demand in cross-border M&A, real estate, and international contracts. And if you have got a tech background, opportunities in legal tech, data privacy, and cyber law are rapidly growing here. So let's move on to the key sectors hiring legal professionals. Now let's explore the key sectors driving legal hiring in the UAE. Real estate. It's very important, remaining a major sector, especially in cities like Dubai and Abu Dhabi with constant development. Then the banking and financial sector, it's look for lawyers with expertise in regulatory compliance and Islamic finance. Then construction and infrastructure, which requires legal professionals familiar with contract law and dispute resolution. Then healthcare and pharma, legal roles focus on regulatory affairs and intellectual property. And with the rise of tech and AI startups, there is increasing demand for legal guidance on licensing, data protection, and investment structuring. These sectors show the breadth of opportunities available to legal professionals in the UAE. Then Advocate Ridisha, she is best to say how you can build a legal profile in UAE because she's that much experienced. So now I'm handing over the session to her. So, very interesting part for all of you, how to build your legal profile. How many of you are actually interested to understand how to build your profile over here in legal? Can you just type yes, everyone? That's the main purpose we are here. 76 participants are here. I really appreciate your thing. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, everyone. Rima, many, Sandeep, Bharadwaj, Yusuf Khan, yes, Sonali, yes. We guys are really very well welcome in UAE. It all comes with its own challenges. I will not show you any big pictures, only the reality part. Just face it. It's very interesting. It's we have a huge earning over here. We have a huge what we can say is a career opportunities here. You guys are always welcome here. If you have any queries, we can connect also through email IDs. But let's focus on how to build your UAE legal profile in UAE. So first and foremost, if you have just completed this the 3 years of LLB, and you want to work as a legal intern, that's the best way. You can actually work closely inside the law firm of Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Ras Al Khaimah. So that's the first. Try to be intern. If you can't afford to be here, then you can always collaborate with the UAE law firms remotely. Many firms are open to work with the international students to research, drafting, or internship, especially if you show interest in UAE law. So you can always work as an intern. That's the best way. First, here there is a rule: you cannot work when you are in visit visa. So if you are thinking you can come here as a visit visa, you can come here to see, to observe how the UAE works, the culture of UAE is, and then you apply for the law firm, you get the labor card, and you work here. That's the way. That's the official way. Second, you can also enroll in a specialized course like GCC law, international business law, or even UAE commercial law through online universities and recognized institutions. And you can also attend CPD courses, that is continuing professional development program offered by UAE legal bodies like Dubai Legal Affairs Departments or ADGM Academy. This add great value to your CV. And lastly, start learning about UAE laws, especially commercial labor employment, as these are the most relevant to international legal work. We already know that how many million people, especially Indians, are working in UAE. So the major focuses of the law sectors and law areas are commercial and labor and employment. So labor law, so it has to be by heart. Labor law of UAE. You should always study that when you are planning to come here. That's the very basic law you all should understand, and you should by heart it. So these are the opportunities. This is a real thing. Legal networking opportunities. How you can do the networking, how you can connect with the people. I must appreciate Akshay Darade. Where is Akshay? He is the one who is doing the best thing. He's connecting people. I must appreciate you all as an audience that you are here because you wanted to do something in life. You wanted to come here in UAE, and I really appreciate you for that. So how you will do that legal networking things? Networking is very important in UAE legal scene, and there are some excellent platform which help you to connect with the professional here. You can attend seminars and event. You are already attending webinars, so congratulate to all of you. So self these things for you. So you can attend seminars and event organized by Dubai Legal Affairs departments or any law firm in UAE. They often focus on legal updates and best practice. ADGM Academy. Even I, as a lawyer, I'm going many times in ADGM. And it's in Abu Dhabi that holds legal workshop and certification programs, especially focused on finance, arbitration, and corporate law. If you are from India, you can join many business these things like IBPC, Indian Business Professional and Councils. They regularly organize mixtures of panels and legal roundtables, and also don't underestimate the power of LinkedIn. Just don't underestimate the power of LinkedIn. This is how even I got connected with all of you through Akshay. So use LinkedIn in a proper way. Follow UAE law firms, legal professionals, and attend online webinars. Get the information. You should have that hunger for the knowledge and for awareness. So these are the great places to meet mentors and understand the current trends. Building relationship can often lead to the internship, jobs, and client reference. So it is not like easy when you just come here with the visit visa. You go to the law firm, you give your CV either online or offline, and they will invite you to be here as an intern. It's not that easy, but yeah, it's not that impossible also. So there is a challenge, and we always love the challenge, and we can decode that challenge as well. So struggle part we can face, and we can actually work as a legal consultant, legal advisor, or paralegal in UAE. So yeah, networking is very important. So when you are doing a networking, before networking, you should understand UAE work culture. One key point is to respect the hierarchy. Always address senior formally, maintain professional decorum. Many offices in UAE follow Friday, Saturday weekend. Like today, Friday. So our office work till 12 o'clock only. The moment it's 12 in the afternoon, the Egyptian lawyer, local lawyers, Jordan lawyers, they will go for the prayers, for Friday prayers. Saturday also, we work half day and Sunday also sometimes. So always you should know before you come to the office. So through some private firms may follow Saturday, Sunday. But if it is a local firm, like we have AJ Chambers, the proper local firm, we follow Friday, Saturday. So always check before scheduling meeting or interviews. Punctuality is critical. Being on time for meeting is seen as a sign of respect and professionalism. So we used to say that no, don't come as per the Indian timings, come as per the UAE timings. So we are very punctual in that case. UAE is a home to people from all over the world. So cross-culture communication is essential. English speaking is essential. Always be polite, avoid sensitive topic, and try to understand local customs, like offering greetings in Arabic. We say salam, assalamu alaikum, and always dress modestly. So being culturally aware can go a long way in building trust with colleagues and clients. Now, real world case experience. So let me share some real life examples of how Indian legal professionals are already contributing in UAE legal matters. Many Indian lawyers are now working cross border, especially helping Indian businesses enter into the trade or the distribution agreements with UAE based partner. This includes advising on UAE commercial law and drafting compliant contracts. A common task is drafting MOUs, Memorandum of Understanding, and SHA agreement, shareholders agreement for joint ventures between the India and UAE based companies or between India or any other countries. These documents need to reflect both countries' legal framework and business expectations. That's where we come in. That's the that's the highlight where we can actually give our importance in cross border things. Some lawyers are also helping Indian clients set up companies in the free zone like DIFC, ADGM, and DMCC. They advise on structure, licensing, and compliance with the local rules. So they are very experts, very much experts in compliancing things. So business law things. These cases show how international legal knowledge, especially India UAE business awareness, is real asset in today's legal market. So first, now let's look as a pathway to success in UAE. First, look into certification or the license from UAE legal bodies or free zone like DIFC, ADGM, or REC ICC. This credential can give you access to legal consultancy role. Second, try to develop a niche. For example, you could specialize in fintech law, cross-border arbitration, corporate structure, or compliances. This area is growing fast in UAE. The third, of course, as I already mentioned, keep networking actively. We work on weekend more than weekdays for networking. Don't just attend event, follow up with the people, join LinkedIn, legal groups, and offer insight. Visibility leads to the opportunity. Simple. Because we are here, we sometimes in like many of you are maybe second generation lawyer or third generation lawyer, where we our great grandfather father have that network. They can just say, my daughter, my son is now lawyer, please, if there is any case you can definitely refer. And this way we our parents introduce ourselves. Here we are the one who is introducing ourselves. So we are the one who is doing everything this. So it's networking is very important. And finally, very important, even in India also, our senior has always suggested us, stay legally updated. UAE law evolves quickly, especially on labor laws, taxation, corporate, digital sectors. Following legal newsletters or government portals help you to stay relevant. This strategic approach can really improve your chances of succeeding as an international lawyer in UAE. Why we have to be why we have to stay legally updated? Because earlier, suppose say, let me give you the example, the current example. So if there is a check bounce cases, Negotiable Instrument Act, right? What we follow in India, 30 days plus 15, like that, correct? In UAE, if you, I don't know how many of you are actually of aware about it or not. In UAE, before May 2022, if there is a check bounce case, there is a process to follow. If there is a check bounce case, the judgment is very quick, on like 10 to 15 days only. And if I have given check and that check has bounced, so it's a criminal penalty. It's not like in India. But now, as Advocate Anupama already mentioned, there are many reforms. Now they are applying common law also. After May 2022 or the date, exact date, that criminal has changed to the civil. So if now there is any check bounce cases, if I have written a check, so judgment debtor and judgment holder. So if you have given the check in your name, which is signed by you, there will be no summon, nothing like that. The judge's discretion is very clear. You have written the check and you have signed the check. That clearly states that you have to pay X amount to that person. Now that and with any of the reason like insufficient fund or the account is closed or the sign different, any reason, the judgment will be against us only. So we have no choice but to pay for the amount which we have already signed. And now this is considered as a civil matter. Earlier, it was considered as a criminal. So criminal offense also. So the fine is along with fine, the person gets the jail for 6 months, 1 year, depends upon the case to case. But now it is a civil matter. So now what we will do? So if there is a client who our client and the opposite party is check bounce, so we put travel ban. If the party is inside UAE, so we put ban. So in either way, by ship, by air, by road, that person can't leave UAE. That much system is tight. So we put travel ban. Then from central bank, the judge gives order to central bank of UAE. So eh, all account of the same person. We have like in India we have Aadhaar card. Here in UAE we have Emirates ID. If we have the Emirates ID of that person, all the bank account will be closed, ban will be there, and car registration will not be done. So if that person has a car and if he go for the next year registration, the car will not get registered. So this person who has written the check and whose check has not cancelled, he has no choice. He has to pay that amount. So this is a real thing. Where it's different from India. uh, uh, the it will get clear once you come here, you actually practically do the things and you will come to know many things. So yeah, we go to now part 4. What are the challenges, question answer, and closing real challenges. This will be taken care by Hi, welcome to part 4, challenges Q&A. I'm dealing with the challenges now. So, real challenges in UAE legal practice, language barriers. So, I had a quick flash on how my day in UAE compared to my day in India. If you are stepping out, you will be surrounded. If you are in India, you will be surrounded by most of Indians, and if you are in Egypt, you will be surrounded by Egyptians. Now, if I am stepping out, so my in my day, I'm uh, I'm seeing many people from Africa, Philippines, Jordanians, Asians. Yesterday I had a meeting, so I came across a person. He's from Scotland, and that was a very good experience. So we get to know many people, many cultural diversities, language, etc. But in case of code, it is very mandate that we should use Arabic only. So language, I can cite it as a barrier. Federal courts operate in Arabic, and official documents must be submitted accordingly. So if you are not fluent, you will need a certified translator and possibly even a bilingual legal team. We have a legal team here. So they are doing the Arabic part. We will do the English part, and we will hand over the file to the guys who are doing with the Arabic part. So, in case of litigation, if you are a party to the court, you will get the help of a translator there. You have to pay for that. That is a different scenario. Next, the licensing system, as we have discussed, is layered and sometimes confusing for foreign lawyers. You have got to navigate multiple authorities and stay within the strict limit of your role. In UAE, laws are very strict. If you done anything out of your borders, you will face the exact legal consequences. The next, we are moving to the UAE legal landscape. It's also evolving rapidly. New laws are introduced often, especially in areas like corporate governance, technology, and labor. So, staying current isn't optional; it's survival. And lastly, remember that UAE law is civil law, meaning it doesn't rely on precedents like common law does, as we discussed before. So, if you are used to quoting judgments in court, you will need to adapt your strategy. Next, dealing with cultural and legal diversity. So, let me ask you, how many of you have worked in cross-cultural legal setting before? How many of you came across such cross-cultural legal settings? Nobody. So in the UAE, no, yeah, Sonali. Yeah, in the UAE, cultural awareness is not just helpful, it's critical. You are likely to work with clients from at least five different nationalities in a week. As I said before, I am meeting people from different nationalities. Client communication here is layered with cultural nuance, politeness, hierarchy, and formality matters a lot, especially when dealing with local clients or senior government officials. There is a decorum that we have to follow that. Then there is the legal diversity, civil law, common law, Sharia principles, as we discussed, all coexisting. As a legal professional, you need to know how to bridge expectations, especially when your client comes from a common law background, but their case is being heard in a civil law court. So, being adaptable and respectful of the both legal and cultural differences will set you apart. Now, let's have a look into the ethical and regulatory compliances. Let's talk ethics and the high stakes compliance. The UAE takes data protection and client confidentiality very seriously. Leaking client information, even by accident, can result in suspension or worse, and even result in deportation as well. Then there is AML, which is anti money laundering. You are familiarized with that. Anti-AML compliances. Every law firm must follow strict KYC procedures. You are not just advising the clients, you are gatekeepers of the financial system as well. And here is something every foreign lawyer must remember: never cross the line into unauthorized practice. If your license allow you to consult, don't even think about courtroom appearances because it is not possible. Penalties can include fines, deportation, or a permanent ban. Sorry. So now let's move on to the common mistakes to avoid. Let me share some common and costly mistakes foreign lawyers make in the UAE. First, applying Indian legal strategies or procedures directly here. It's natural to fall back on what you know, but legal systems are different. As we discussed, don't assume things like anticipatory bail or pills work the same way. They don't. Next, ignoring Emirati specific court procedures or deadlines. Some courts require local advocates, certain filing must be in Arabic, and timelines can be strict. Miss one step and you risk dismissal. Another big one, overstepping your license. Many legal consultants wrongly assume they can represent their clients in court only to face serious penalties. Know what? You are licensed to do and stick to it. That is the thing. So, next, legal technology and automation. Let's shift gear and talk about a more exciting trend, legal tech. The UAE is investing heavily in ecosystems, especially in Dubai and DFC. It's almost ecosystem. There is nothing like courtroom representation, as we discussed, as I said before, and as what is explained by Advocate Riddhi Shah. From online case management to remote hearings, technology is reshaping how we practice. Then about digital contracts are becoming standard, and blockchain is already being used to verify commercial transaction, particularly in DIFC. So, if you are tech savvy or interested in upskilling, this is your moment. Learning tools like AI powered contract review or legal analytics platform will not only enhance your value, they might just future proof your career. How many of you are aware of the AI powered contracting reviews? Any platform you know? If you know, you can put it in the chat box. Anyone?
If not, Akshay is doing classes. Akshay
Haha, Akshay is
taking the
Harvey AI. Okay, Sairam. Akshay is doing classes on that, right, Akshay? Only one answered. Do you know about Robin AI, which is designed to review the contracts? This system will be very helpful for you guys if you are here. So, next, the key takeaways from the webinar, which will be discussed by Advocate Riddhi. Guys, this is a serious questions to everyone. How many of you know actual AI tools? See, learning in a law course or colleges and the practically things. Many lawyers are here. He can vouch on my behalf. Learning in a college and actually practicing, both things are very different. Learning, we are learning all the laws, understand we law, understand the all law and everything is okay, it's good, it's very good, that's the basic thing. But what is after that? So there is a request from a lawyer to everybody that you should know all AI tools. The things are changing. We are now no more a traditional lawyers. So grasp, because the system over here, as we already mentioned, it's online. We never go to the court. You know what? This is very interesting thing. How many of you are aware about the power of attorneys? What are the types of power of attorney? And how do we consider this as in UAE? So there are general power of attorney, specific power of attorney, and third legal power of attorney. So here we use, so practically I tell you what happened in UAE. See, you are a client. You are coming to me, to Advocate Riddhisa from AJ Chambers. And you are telling me, ma'am, this problem. This is a civil case. Somebody has taken this money, is not giving me, blah, blah, blah. I have this proof. Okay. Then first and foremost thing, what you have to do? The first and foremost thing as a client, correct, Mr. Yusuf Khan. I will listen your case. I will understand your case. I will not start any proceeding. I will not even touch the single paper before power of attorney. So we use wakilat namu, we call it in Gujarati, wakala in Hindi. So here we call it as a power of attorney that will be taken from client to a lawyer. So client will write that for this case, I am giving a power of attorney to this law firm who act on my behalf. Yes, wakalatnama. Yes, we call it wakalatnama in India. Here we also call wakalatnama or power of attorney. Wakala. Here we use the word Arabic, which is wakala. So we first take the power of attorney from the client. Once we take the power of attorney, we take the KYC document. In India, we call it Aadhaar card. Here, we take the Emirates ID of the expat or residence. Okay, okay. Let's get back to the basic word again. Do you know we Indian or any nationality other than locals, Emirati, we are called as expats over here, uh, expatriates. So for any case, for the Indian nationality or any other expats, we first take the power of attorney. Once we take the power of attorney, we take the KYC, then we do the fees agreement, and then we start the case. So now when we start the case in India, what you do with the clients? You tell the clients to come in the court every now and then. Here it's different. Here, because we have taken the power of attorney from the client, we don't call client at any point of time. We represent in the court on their behalf. We means local lawyers. So local lawyers on hearing date represent on their behalf. If there is a criminal matter or penal matter, then and then only the person himself, if required, the person will come. Otherwise, there is no point. We don't call also. We just give them updates. That's it. Okay. Now think if the client is only Hindi speaking or Malayali speaking, then the, and the judge is Arabic. So in online court, they are in the court only. We have a translator. So judge will ask the translator, the administration department will ask us, are you okay with the Arabic or you want the help in any language? If we say I want help in Hindi or Malayalam, mostly Hindi translator are there. So this is how the actual things online, everything is happens. Now we have seen many times in police station there are 15 to 20 criminals, and one by one they are appearing in Webex. Like we are right now connected with Zoom link. The court in UAE applies in the Webex systems. So police station has that facility wherein the criminals inside the jail, they come for the court system, for the court appearance from police station through Webex. That was really interesting thing to understand and to know, and how it is. So in India, that even in Bollywood, we have seen that criminals comes in the police car. Sometimes that in between police car, something happens. But here, nothing like that. Everything is online. So from police station, they appear online. Judge listen to them in their language. Translator will translate that language, and judge's discretion is final.
من امازون من 27 ل 31 مايو بس قال له مش انت مش حد.
Can someone mute? Azma, can you please mute? Thank you, dear. Yeah. Yes, Sonali. They appear online. In India as well. That's good. That's amazing. So yeah. So what are the key takeaways from today's webinar? I hope it's eye-opening. I hope you have gained something after COVID. Okay. Hmm. So what are the key takeaways from this webinar? Let's quickly review the key takeaways from today's sessions. The UAE offers global legal opportunities, but it also has a structured legal system with specific rules on who can practice and how. The country's dual legal system, civil law with the element of Sharia and common law, free zones creates the flexibility for foreign lawyers to get involved, especially in the advisory roles. Success here depends on not only on legal skills, but also professional licensing, cultural awareness, and understanding how the system works.
Most importantly, UAE is evolving rapidly, especially in the area like fintech, corporate law, dispute resolutions. So, continuous learning, regular updates, and staying active in legal community are essential to anyone who wants to build a serious career law over here. Whether you are a student or you are practicing lawyer, you can begin preparing now. Next, so roadmap to UAE legal career. Here is a practical roadmap to guide your legal career towards the UAE. Start by researching key, and this is how actually I have done. When I came here, I have done all this. I have actually followed this, and it took me many years to understand. And I am really happy that you are getting this information at first instance. Nobody tells me these things, nobody has ever informed us this much reality and this much challenges. So if these people, if you are listening, listen it carefully, kindly try to follow it, and you will be able to reach here successfully. So here is a practical roadmap to guide your legal career towards the UAE. Start by researching key jurisdiction. It's for Dr. Karim, most of it is by luck. It's not, it's by luck is always good, but we have to work hard also. I'm telling you, we have to work hard. Luck will play its own role. So yeah, so start by researching key jurisdictions like DIFC and ADGM along with the local licenses requirement. Understand what legal consultants can and cannot do in the UAE. Enroll in the short courses or legal fellowships focusing on UAE law, international business law, or arbitrations. Many of these are available online. Try to gain the experience remotely, whether through research projects, internship, UAE firms, collaboration on the international matters. It shows initiate and build the credibility. And finally, build your professional presence. Use LinkedIn. My all dear friends, I am telling you, use LinkedIn. Attend virtual legal webinars. You all are already attending. So you guys are already ahead one step than that thousands and 10,000 lawyers in India. You are already one step ahead. By your luck, we can say that. And by your hard work, you are already one step ahead. And I really congratulate for you for this. And stay connected with UAE based legal communities. This help you to be visible, inform about new opportunities. It's a step by step journey. There is no magic. There is no magic. But with consistency and curiosity, you can carve out a niche in the UAE legal landscape. These are the things which we need to. You can take the screenshot of these resources and links from which we have taken the informations. These are very important. So you can always refer this DIFC codes, ADGM codes. Hi Kajal. So there is no direct exams. You can, if you are eligible lawyer in India, you can work here as a paralegal. Uh, for internship, we will come back to you. So yeah, so these are the DIFC court, ADGM, Dubai Legal Affairs, Ministry of Justice, UAE official gazettes. You can refer these links. You can take the screenshot. One thing you can follow, like in India, we have newspaper. Here it is. We call Khalij Times. Khalij Times. So that's the newspaper we follow. It's available online. You can write, you can read every day legal updates in Khalij Times. And if you read, I bet you, if you read that for 6 months, you will be more, then you will take the webinar instead of me because Khalij Times have all the updates. Yes, Khalij Times. I have written here Khalij Times. So follow that. In Khalij time specifically, if I tell you, we have an Indian lawyer, Mr. Ashish Mehta. He has his its own column. You can follow Ashish sir's all updates. It's very interesting. So Akshay, this is all about. today's these things. We can go with the question answers. I know most of them wants to know more about intern things. If we have any opportunities for the internship, we will definitely connect you through innovation schools. Keep an eye on all the updates of the innovation schools. You will get the links, opportunities, definitely. Authentic source for labor laws, it's Mohre. Mohre. Go to the Mohre. It's available online. If you have any questions, me and Anupam, Advocate Anupam, yes, Advocate Anupama, we both will answer. Mhm. If I want to work remotely in Dubai, then it's mandatory to submit my Sanad in India. Sanad, see, you are working remotely, so you can work in both the ways, no problem. No need to.
If it is a permanent service, actually you have to as per Advocates Act. But yeah, if you are working remotely, it's okay.
Very good questions. What is a package for freshers? Very good questions, I must say. See, before you know what is a package, you should know what is expenses. See, in India, you are staying free with your parents' home, or else if you are staying somewhere, you know that the monthly expenses. Now, you guys tell me the monthly expenses of India. 1 month monthly expenses approximately
Okay to 5K
4K, 5K.
freshers. 2K.
So now I tell you the practical thing. 20,000, at least 20,000. It depends upon the location, but at least 20 to 30,000, because we have to pay for the rent, we have to pay for the food, we have to pay for the transportation, minimum things, bare minimum things, right? We have to eat at least twice, at least 2 times. Yeah, in metro it is 50,000. Yeah, of course. Yes, correct. So now Dubai is like 10 times expensive than the India. So minimum, if we say we need at least, yeah, I'm talking about at least. It depends upon our own habits and all things, but at least 4 to 5,000 dirham expense, at least 4 to 5,000. Now, if we start work as a fresher over here, if we are lucky enough, we get the job from 2,500 dirham to 3,000 dirham. So, guys, you know, 1 dirham is equal to 24 point something rupees, Indian rupees. That much I think
It
you
will
know.
almost cost 1,15,000 Indian rupee
Exactly,
here to
exactly.
survive.
Exactly.
Yeah, right. Okay.
We will connect through Akshay, through Innovation Schools, dear Shefa. Hmm. Uh, so how do we get the internship in Dubai, offline, online? If there is any internship opportunity, we will definitely connect through Innovation Schools. So keep an eye on all the updates about Akshay's things, and you will get.
And you can go through LinkedIn as well. There are many internship opportunities there. So you can go through LinkedIn. Many law firms
LinkedIn, you
have.
will definitely get a call also, I'm telling you. So how to apply for the paralegal jobs? Go to LinkedIn, search paralegal in Dubai. Even you will get many updates. Hi, ma'am. I grew up in UAE, studied LLB in India. So you grew up already in UAE. Very nice, Rima. Now I'm back in UAE and want to know the scope in contract department. I can read and write Arabic. Also, there
That's good.
any
If you can read and write Arabic, you have a good scope in UAE. Because in to be a corporate in-house lawyer, most of the companies, reputed companies are looking for the lawyer who know Arabic very well. So you have an opportunity there.
standard package depends.
Also, is there a registration to be done with the DIFC code? It will be done from, if you're practicing in a law firm, it will be done from them.
What is the cost of registration? Have been doing it with no luck. Do we need to any specialization? See, real estate, it has been said that. So the question first I read, I have been doing it with no luck. Kajal is telling me, do we need to do any specialization for better scope? I am a legal advisor in real estate with 18 years of experience in Mumbai. I came here with the 10 years of experience in real estate, and when I came here, it was zero. If the moment you land up in the UAE, then they consider our experience in legal field because I don't have UAE
This
experience.
thing you keep in mind, your Indian experience won't count here.
Won't count here.
You are a fresher. Anyway, you are a fresher. If you are having 15 years of experience, 25 years of experience, or you are actually a fresher, you are a fresher.
We are a fresher. But it has been said that Dubai has world's three-fourth this cranes. So real estate is developing robust. So there is a good opportunity. There is a very good opportunity for real estate lawyers in Dubai because right now they are on off-plan stages. Once all the buildings will come, then the people will go, will leave, they will give on the rent, and the actual RERA issues and all this. Actually, it has already been started coming, but it will come in the multiple level. So, real estate lawyers in Dubai and in Abu Dhabi will have a golden opportunity in future, definitely. So, if you have a knowledge of RERA, it will be plus point.
And we will give you a personal advice for everyone from our experience. If you are starting, you just start from Dubai. Because Dubai is having the highest exposure compared to other Emirates because it is considered to be the commercial hub.
So Dubai has a good opportunity. Hmm. So that's all for today. Can we? Uh, yeah, thank you, Kajal. We are very happy to reply you. We don't know whether we have given the proper reply or not, but we have tried our best. So yeah, so now I'm handing over to Akshay from Innovations, and thank you all so much for joining this webinar on cross-border legal practice. I hope this session has helped you to clarify how the UAE legal system works as a student, fresh graduate, and practicing lawyer. If you have any follow-up questions, feel free to reach to Innovation Schools. Wishing you all the best in your legal journey. And Akshay, you can take the take handover from here.